Hi, this is David with Red Hat, and I'm going to show you how to deploy a Drupal site to the cloud using OpenShift Express. I'm using Fedora 14 for this demo, but just as easily could have used Ubuntu, OS X, or Windows. To find out more about how to use OpenShift Express with your own system, please visit us online at openshift.redhat.com. The steps for deploying Drupal require creating a PHP application in Express, adding the Drupal code to the new application, using Git to commit the changes to your application's repository, pushing those changes to the cloud, and running through the Drupal configuration wizard. Now let's get started by running the rhc-create-app Express client tool for creating our Drupal application. In this example, I've chosen to name my application Drupal. I am specifying that this app is of type PHP so that the appropriate server stack is set up. And finally, I'm specifying my username for authentication. At this point, the rhc-create-app command is setting up my environment for deploying a PHP app in the cloud. After successfully creating an application, I need to go download Drupal and make sure to put it in the PHP directory so that when I go to my application in a web browser, it will pull up the Drupal configuration wizard. Once Drupal is extracted in the right location, I'm going to make one modification to the default settings file and set base_URL to be the fully qualified domain name of my application. The reason for doing this is so that Drupal can find supporting content like style sheets and JavaScript files. Now we are ready to add all of our Drupal files to the Git repository, commit them to the Git repository, and push them to the Git master. Once the push has completed successfully, our Drupal application has been deployed to the cloud and is almost ready for use. So let's go test it out and make sure that I deploy Drupal correctly. And there we go, we're prompted with the Drupal installation and configuration wizard. I'm going to use the default options on these first two screens, and for the database configuration, I'm going to deploy using SQLite or SQLite if you prefer that. The next change that I'm going to make is for the location of the SQLite database. I don't want my database to be anywhere underneath document root for security purposes, so I'm going to set it up to be in //data, which is a relative path from the PHP directory that Express PHP apps define as document root. While Drupal is installing, I should point out that there is more information about configuring your apps to use SQLite databases in our knowledge base. I recommend reading that article, and you can find it on openshift.redhat.com. At this point, Drupal requests some final information before the setup is complete. If you've ever used Drupal before, then you know that this information can be customized from the admin interface. The only information here that is important is the site maintenance account, since this defines your admin username and password. And voila! I have successfully deployed Drupal in the cloud using OpenShift Express. Thanks for watching. You can visit us online at openshift.redhat.com to learn more and watch other videos which will help you get your applications deployed in the cloud.